Let's explore the real Calgary right now. Today I'll share with you the top 5 advantages of living in the city and 5 things that will really make you frustrated. We're talking jobs, lifestyle, weather, and all the important stuff in between. If you're thinking about moving to Calgary or just curious, make sure to watch this video. Hi everyone, my name is Max and I'm a local real estate agent right here in Calgary. And I get calls every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Calgary, Alberta. If you're thinking about moving here, give me a shout. I would really love to help you. But let's go ahead with the top 5 pros and 5 cons of living in Calgary. Your bank account will love Calgary. Here, we not only enjoy some of the highest after-tax incomes in Canada, but also benefit from Alberta's incredibly low tax rates. Here's a fact. Alberta's total sales tax is just 5%, compared to British Columbia at 12%, Ontario at 13%, and Quebec at 15%. And that is a huge difference. When it comes to housing, Calgary is a clear winner. The average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Calgary is about $2,100, significantly less than Toronto's $3,600 and Vancouver's $4,100 per month. Imagine saving over 60% on rent compared to Toronto. That means more money for either your savings or life's little luxuries. Now, let's talk about buying. In Calgary, an average apartment is priced around $320,000 and a detached home at about $700,000. Compare this to Toronto, where you'd pay $711,000 for an apartment and $1,624,000 for a detached home. And Vancouver, prices soar to $751,000 for an apartment and almost $2 million for a detached home. Calgary has the second most affordable housing market of all major Canadian cities. Here your dollars have more buying power, helping you and your family purchase the home of your dreams. And an added bonus, there is no land transfer tax in Alberta. So overall cost of buying a home is lower compared to many other provinces. This is a huge relief for home buyers. Consider this. On a $600,000 home purchase, the land transfer tax, LTT, in Calgary is a whopping zero. Yes, $0. In contrast, in Toronto, you'd pay almost $17,000 and in Vancouver around $10,000 for the same. That's thousands of dollars saved when you buy in Calgary, keeping your home ownership more affordable. So living here means enjoying a lifestyle where your money goes further. With affordable real estate, low taxes, higher incomes, that's the Calgary advantage. Pro number 2, Calgary's growing and expanding economy. It's clear that even with all the challenges in the world economy, Calgary is holding its own. The energy industry, which has always been a key player here, is growing again. There is lots of excitement about large projects like Trans Mountain expansion and Coastal GasLink, which means more jobs and more money being invested in the city. And we can't overlook the tech industry. It's booming with a 5% increase in tech jobs, turning Calgary into a hotspot for tech professionals. But there is even more to Calgary's economy. It's full of new and exciting startups, from healthcare to tech, showing that the city is always changing and growing. Calgary is good at getting through tough times and coming out stronger, thanks to its innovative spirit and variety of businesses. Also, Calgary's story is about the people who live here. The city keeps attracting more and more new residents who are drawn here by all their opportunities. This growth in population helps the economy in many ways. More people buying homes and spending money in local businesses. Adding to this, in 2022, Calgary was ranked the 3rd best city to live in the world, according to The Economist. The top 2 spots went to Vienna and Copenhagen. This really puts Calgary on the map as an awesome place to live. Pro number 3 for Calgary is definitely its top-notch outdoor lifestyle, and I'm speaking from experience. The Rocky Mountains are right next to us, with unforgettable hiking and world-class skiing. I remember this one time I hiked up Sulphur Mountain in Banff National Park, and the effort was absolutely worth it. The views from the top overlooking the Rockies were just breathtaking. And the mountains near Calgary, like Lake Louise and Sunshine Village, offer some of the best slopes in North America, attracting skiers and snowboarders from all over the world. Then in South Calgary we've got Fish Creek Park. And it's not just any park, it's one of the largest urban parks in North America that's over 13 square kilometers. I've spent so many weekends there, each time discovering something new. Fish Creek Park has a way of making you forget you're in the big city. It's perfect for family picnics, bird watching, biking, or just some quiet time with the nature regardless of the season. And as a bonus, the park is full of wildlife, from deer to beavers and all sorts of birds, which is really cool for anyone who loves the outdoors. Living in Calgary means having this incredible nature at your doorstep, a place where you can unwind, explore, and enjoy its beauty without leaving the city. Did you know Calgary is one of the sunniest cities in Canada? That's right. According to worldatlas.com, Calgary enjoys an impressive average of 333 sunny days per year, and that's a lot of sunshine. Now, let's compare it to Vancouver, great city. But let's just say they're keeping the umbrella manufacturing in business with around 154 rainy days a year. If Vancouver is the city of raincoats, Calgary is the city of sunglasses. It's almost unfair, right? Summer in Calgary is very pleasant because of the low humidity, so you aren't sweating much. The sun is around most of the time, meaning more chances to enjoy the outdoors and lots of vitamin D. It just makes people happier, more energetic and less depressed. It's a simple thing, but it makes living here really nice. Calgary stands out for its cultural diversity and friendly vibe. As you walk down the streets, you can hear a variety of languages, experience different cultures, and taste exotic dishes from around the world. This not only broadens your horizons, but also helps you feel accepted and respected, regardless of where you come from. Also, Calgary is known for its friendliness and hospitality. Newcomers often note how easy it is to make new friends and find common ground with the locals. The city radiates an atmosphere of openness and hospitality, making it easy to feel at home. People here are ready to help and support each other, which is especially valuable for newcomers. It is this diversity of cultures and friendly atmosphere that makes life in Calgary so comfortable and interesting. Now, my job is to give you the real picture of what living in Calgary involves. And so far, we've only seen all the great things about it. But Calgary isn't perfect. So let's shift our focus and uncover the top 5 cons, the bad and the ugly. Calgary's economy is closely tied to the energy sector, especially oil and gas. This means that when the oil industry has a tough time, Calgary feels it too. And to be honest, we've been through those tough times. Recently, when the oil market went through a rough patch, it was a wake-up call. It made us realize that we need to focus on being stable and sustainable economically. During these ups and downs, I've seen how strong Calgarians are. They've had to find new jobs and opportunities in different industries. It's been a tough journey, but it also shows that Calgary can adopt and reinvent itself when faced with economic challenges. So it's important to know that Calgary's economy can be a bit of a roller coaster, and if you're thinking of moving here, it's a good idea to be aware of those economic fluctuations. In the summertime, Calgary can be affected by smoke from wildfires burning in British Columbia and the north. While this is not a constant issue, when it does happen, it leads to poor air quality and hazy skies. This smoke can be an inconvenience for outdoor activities, and more importantly, it can lead to health problems, especially for people with asthma. Air pollution from wildfires has become an unwelcome part of our summers, and last year it was especially bad. However, my family and I have found a way to deal with it. When smoke fills the city, we often take our trailer and drive a few hours away from the city for a weekend camping trip. It's a way to enjoy cleaner air and escape the smoke. So while Calgary enjoys a generally clean environment, there are times when these forest fires can temporarily impact the air quality in our city. Calgary's climate tends to be quite dry, which can be challenging for some people. We are located so close to Rocky Mountains, and they serve as a natural barrier that actually blocks humid air from the Pacific Ocean to our city. The low humidity levels in the air can lead to some discomfort, especially for those who are not used to it. Dry skin and chapped lips can become common problems. so you'll need to pay extra attention to keeping your skin moisturized. I can tell you from my own experience that when I first moved to Calgary more than 20 years ago, it took a good couple of years for my body to get used to this dry climate. You'll also find that most homes in Calgary come with a humidifier attached to the furnace. It's a common way to make the indoor air more pleasant, especially during the dry winter months. However, on the plus side, thanks to the dry climate, our summers are pleasantly warm without being overly sweaty. And winters are very comfortable and not bone-chilling and damp compared to humid cities like Toronto. Living in Calgary often means relying on cars. The city is spread out, and many areas, especially on the outskirts, aren't easily reached by public buses or the C-train. For daily tasks like going to work, shopping, or simply going out, having a car is often necessary. While we do have public transportation, it will not cover all your needs. If you're used to places where you can walk, take a quick bus, or hop on a train, Calgary may be different. And if you do drive, be ready for traffic, maintenance costs, insurance, fuel expenses, and winter driving conditions, which is another story. So it's something to think about when planning your life in Calgary. The fifth con on living in Calgary is the limited options for nightlife and entertainment. Calgary's nightlife isn't as big and bustling as in larger cities like Toronto or Vancouver. While we do have bars, clubs, and music venues, there aren't as many choices. And it's not the kind of place where something exciting happens every weekend. Calgary is not a 24/7 party scene. If you're someone who likes crazy nightlife, Calgary might seem a bit boring. Our nightlife is more like having a nice cup of tea compared to all-you-can-eat buffet. And for those who appreciate a slower pace in the evening, Calgary will offer the perfect balance. I personally prefer cozy get-togethers with friends or a nice dinner at a restaurant with my wife, but of course to each his own. These were the 5 pros and cons of living in Calgary. If you're thinking about relocating and interested in purchasing real estate here, I'd be glad to chat with you on Zoom. My experience and years of working with clients from around the world will be at your disposal. Also, check out my other videos to get to know Calgary and its neighborhoods. See you soon!